for 1/22/2000. Has everybody read the minutes?
I move to approve.
I have a motion to approve. Do I have a second?
Mike Flynn seconds.
Mike Flynn seconds.
I wasn't there.
Any discussion? All those in favor of the roll call vote? I, Robert Snow.
I, Doug Dawes.
I, Linda Alexson.
Hi, Bill Wilson.
I'm Mike Flynn.
Doug?
I did, okay, Dawes, I had already done that.
Okay, I didn't hear. Thank you. Okay, the minutes for 4/15/2020. I did not get a copy, so can we table this till next time?
Sure.
I didn't get a chance.
Yep, no problem.
All right. Okay, moving on to number 2, which is the director's appraisal. Just want to say, give Linda and Mike kudos for what putting this together, and they did a splendid job. Thank you, Mike. Thank you, Linda, to put this aggregate together, and to I just can't give you enough kudos for what you did. There was a lot of work to doing this. The review, the overall review rating was overall performance out of a 5.0 was a 4.2. Overall performance was a good rating. Everybody read this? Okay.
Yep.
Any particular thing anybody wants to say?
I'd like to just say thank you, Karen, for your hard work in the last year, and look forward to a good charted course ahead for continued improvement.
Yeah, I'd like to echo those comments. I think you've done a very good job this year, Karen, and I look forward to working with you, well, depending on the Ipswich election, hopefully in the year ahead. I think you've done a fantastic job, and I really appreciate what you bring to the veterans here in this district. So thank you.
I was, like I said, she made my first year so easy, and she was great to work with.
Anything else? Any other
Yeah,
comments?
Bill Wilson, just one comment there. I know we meet as a group here once a quarter there, but I mean, I'd like to see it as a goal for Karen, just to tell us what's going on in the district. I mean, I think that you bring in a lot of people, a lot of information passed and so forth, but make it a goal to tell us what's going on in the district. You know, how busy is it? What are the issues? What are your concerns? That type of thing. Just some more of a communications challenge for the coming year.
Okay. Anybody else? I just say thank you, Karen. Good job this year.
Great job.
I think it was a great year. Thank you. Looking forward to moving on. Okay. So with that, do I have a motion to approve the appraisal?
Motion made?
Motion made, Mike Doyle?
Yes.
Second? Second by,
Linda.
okay, you're gonna do the roll call thing. Okay, with a roll call vote. I, Robert
Linda.
Snow.
I, Linda Alexson.
I, Mike Doyle.
Hi, Bill Wilson.
I, Doug Dawes.
Okay. All right, thank
Mike
you.
muted.
All those in favor? Aye.
Aye.
All right. Okay,
Can I make a suggestion?
yes,
Sorry, I've noticed the Ipswich Select Board has a lot of success in roll call votes of the chair calling out names and then the participants responding.
oh, okay,
It's a little hard for me to follow because the screen lights up whenever anybody makes a sound, so I never quite know who it is.
All right.
Mind.
I think that's a great idea.
Yeah,
okay,
thank you,
we'll do
Eileen.
that. No problem, Eileen.
Okay,
Let's
thank you
go,
so
let's
much.
go back and revote, okay? Mike, you made the motion, correct? Mike
Yes.
Doyle? Okay. Linda, you seconded the motion?
I did.
Okay. Mike, all those in favor? Mike Doyle?
Yes. Mike Doyle, yes.
Mike Flynn? Mike, I can't hear you.
Mike Flynn, yes.
All right, thank you. Linda,
Yes.
Bill Wilson,
Yes.
Doug Dawes,
Dawes, aye.
okay, I, Robert Snow. Okay. Okay, moving on to Memorial Day. Now, the governor has,
Mr.
I'm sorry.
Bob, I'm sorry, can we, I would like to maybe have on a future agenda, the review process that we followed this year, because I think it went really well. And I think if we memorialize it so that next year and in future years, we have a process in place that can be
Yes.
followed by whoever's on the board.
Okay. I think the form that we used this year was very good. It flowed nicely, I thought. Any other comments from any other board members on the form?
Well, it was easier than the previous one we were using for certain.
Yes, that's for
Yeah.
sure.
I thought it very user-friendly.
Okay.
Yeah, and I would just like to, for future years, memorialize the process, the timeline that we tried to follow, and, you know, getting the reviews back from everybody and all that. I think it was a good process, and I think it would be great to have something in writing for future boards to
Yes.
follow. And then the last thing I wanted to mention is last year, when we did the review, we agreed to let Kathy Collins hold on to the review materials, which honestly, I don't think is really, no offense to anybody, but it's really not appropriate. So I feel that we should collect all of those materials from prior years and have them filed up in the Human Resources Department in the Ipswich Town Hall. I've spoken to Mary about it, and she thinks that that's a great idea as well. So
And Mary is who, Linda?
she's our HR manager.
Okay.
So and they have a
What's
file,
Mary's full name?
Gallivan, Mary
Gallivan.
Gallivan.
Okay, thank you.
So I'll be in town hall over the next week or two, so maybe I can get in touch with Kathy or Karen and swing down and get that, and I'll just bring it up to Mary.
Any discussion, other discussion from the board to move the documents up to HR in Ipswich? Does that sound good to everybody?
Excellent.
Do we need to vote on that?
Yes, we do.
Okay.
Could I have a motion to take Karen's appraisal and move it up into Ipswich's HR department?
I will make that motion to move the documents up to HR.
Okay, Mike
Yeah.
Doyle has made the motion. Second
Second,
is done by Linda.
and I would just like, under discussion, it would be any human resource documents that are in the Veterans Office should be moved up to the
Okay,
Ipswich.
well, we'll
Resource.
amend that motion to move all documents up.
HR.
Okay, I'm sorry, Mike.
HR documents, all
HR
HR.
documents, yes.
All HR documents.
Sorry.
Excellent idea,
Yes,
Linda.
that's right. Okay. All those in favor, Mike Doyle,
Yes.
Mike Flynn,
Mike Flynn, yes.
Linda,
Yes.
Bill Wilson,
Yes.
Doug Dawes.
Dawes, aye.
Okay. Motion passes. I, Robert Snow. Motion passes. Okay. Moving on to Memorial Day. As you know, the governor has canceled Memorial, all gatherings of 10 or more people. And I think most of the towns, I know Raleigh has canceled, we've postponed. We postponed 4th of July on the Common, and we postponed Memorial Day. And we just didn't know where we're going to be at, but it looks like, from listening to the governor, that we're going to be in this for
Long
a
time.
while, for a long time. So we have to go through that color code. So there'll be no Memorial Day. I know, Doug, you told me that the veterans groups over in Georgetown have canceled, correct?
Well, one group did, but the other group didn't.
Oh, okay.
So,
How were they planning to do it within the governor's guidelines?
Well, there won't be any fanfare walking up and down the street, you know.
Okay,
However, we thought it is appropriate to honor our dead, and we will have a rifle squad and do the cemeteries in the morning.
okay,
I'll be filming tomorrow. We're going to use last year's footage and insert in the appropriate spots the students doing their readings and et cetera, so that at least that footage will be on TV with the new readings. The public safety building, there'll be a student that reads a short, like one paragraph explanation of the Constitution's preamble, and then they'll read the preamble. At Civil War Monument, they read the Gettysburg Address. At
Okay.
Harry Birch Veterans Park, they read Logan's orders. And then the chairman of the Board of Selectmen will be there to read the proclamation. I'll have a couple of remarks, and I'll be glad they'll be so short. And that's how we're going to do that. Now, I've been working also with the Scouts. They want to participate. So the Scouts are coming up with something, and next Tuesday, we're going to film that. There'll be representatives from the Scouts. There will never be more than 10 people. Everybody will be socially distanced and properly masked if necessary. Then also the Scouts have proposed, and I said that's fine. But you guys have to run it. They're going to have a list of people who sign up to do this, to line their yard and driveways with American flags, you know, the type that you stick at the cemeteries.
Mhm.
And then they're going to do driveway art and provide a list, which will get posted on Facebook, and the veterans can do a drive-by of all those different places. Right now, they have 21 addresses that are waiting
Nice.
to do that.
Wow.
That's excellent.
So that's basically, I think that's it. Unless something miraculous happens, you know.
My wife came home today with about 20 small American flags, and she told me something was the governor came out with decorating your home or something. Was it the governor? Did you hear that, Karen? About maybe putting some flags around your property, seeing that we couldn't, do Memorial Day.
Yeah,
Did
I
anybody
know
hear
that.
that? I'm sorry, Karen?
Oh, I know that there are some towns that are, decorating your door. And again, it's any sort of patriotic, any acknowledgement that, of Memorial Day,
Mhm.
that, you can show for the community to see.
Good. I think that's a great idea. Maybe do your mailbox down by the street, put some American flags out to remember veterans. We can't, we can't do it the regular way, but let's remember them for what
Yeah.
they gave the last full measure.
Mr. Chair, if I might add one more thing.
Yes, Doug.
The veterans organization will be meeting at our cemeteries to place flags along the veteran graves. And again, it'll be no more than 10. The rifle squad is made up of veterans from each of the organizations. Then we have one of the selectmen will carry the state flag, and then one of the veterans from the American Legion will be carrying the American Legion flag. The police department may participate in having round out the rifle squad, because we have one not so sure until they get their orders on the 18th of whether or not they would be able to participate, but the police department may be able to help with that. And the fire department is placing the American flags on the utility pole.
Excellent. Good. Any other from any other towns? Do you know what's going
Yeah,
on?
Bill Wilson, Wenham,
Yes.
we've got a whole list of events culminating in a film that we're going to put out on Memorial Day, but it starts tomorrow around 8:30. That we'll be doing honors at the different cemeteries in town, Iron Rail, the Main Street Cemetery. There's a Veterans Memorial for a Vietnam vet that went down, Cheeseman Memorial, we're going to do that, Civil War, and so forth. So we're having a photographer, a videographer come and record these moments there. We'll do a Boy Scout Reading History Memorial Day, proclamation read by the Boy Scouts, prayer by Reverend Duda from the church downtown, First Church. Then we have a roll call for all the people that were lost during the year, be reading those. And there's possibly Post 194 American Legion will be doing a firing squad. But this will be staggered over the next several days. Tomorrow is just the cemetery is going to do that. We're going to replace all the flags, veterans flags in the cemeteries over the next week or so. And then the other readings of the Boy Scouts and so forth will be done over the next week, and then it'll culminate on a release around the 31st.
I know in Raleigh, Bob Breaker is going to be placing the flags on the graves in the Raleigh Cemetery.
Yep.
We're working with the Boy Scout.
For you.
I'm sorry, Mark. Mike?
We're working with the Boy Scouts. I think there's going to be a parade. We're still in the details right now, but we want to do a drive-by with cars parade.
Oh, okay.
Okay. And the Boy Scouts are going to retire flags in the town. Something that a lot of flags are gathered in town, so we're going to retire flags that day. And we're still building on it.
Okay, good. Okay. Is there anything else?
So Ipswich, we just got
Oh.
the memo from our veterans groups that they are not going to hold Memorial Day observances, but they are going to decorate the graves of the local veterans. And we are hoping that we'll have an expanded Veterans Day observance later in the year.
All right. Anything else, Karen?
Anything else? No, I think that, we had, we were able to get flags for every town, which really turned out to be great, because I know I do a weekly call with VSOs along with the state, and there's towns, and Raleigh actually ran into it also, was with the quarantine and stuff, that people weren't able to get into the plants, manufacturers.
Mhm.
They weren't able to provide and ship out the flags that they had. So there was some towns that, they're like, we don't have any flags. So all the towns, so people are helping each other out, like trying to cover down and make sure that all the towns are able to place all their flags this year. So I have some that, that I have extra that I'm going to be sharing with Newburyport. And so when they get their flags in, or they're going to replace it with the cost of the flags. But all of our towns are all set. Everybody, all the towns have their flags and they're ready to be placed. And so, yeah, so we're in good shape for that.
So, Karen, did you say you got flags for every town?
No, I'm saying that every town got their flags.
Oh, okay, all right. Thank you.
Yep, no, so each town, they order their own flags and the town pays for them. And then once they turn in the invoice and proof of payment to my office, and we submit it through Chapter 115, and they get reimbursed by the state.
All right, I think that wraps everything up, unless I've forgotten something. I think the next meeting, let me get my calendar out here. Town meetings, most everybody's town meetings are into June, as I understand.
Yes.
So, I take it nobody's going away this year because of the situation, unfortunately.
I might get to Ipswich.
Yeah, I may be going to Newburyport.
We're not
Second,
doing it.
second week in July, would that be convenient for everyone?
Yeah.
Have a
Yeah.
meeting? How about
Yeah.
we meet the 8th of July? Does that sound good?
Hey, going on.
Okay, so let me think. Anything for the agenda? Can anybody think of anything we should talk at that particular time?
What about the budget approval? Are we going to do that? I mean, there's a letter that was sent out with a budget approval seeking signatures from each of
Oh,
the.
that's right too. Yes.
I think that was just a signature page.
But Karen, did you make this one up?
Yes, so I worked
Yeah,
with
it's-
Karen, so.
Yeah, just struggling with the numbers here that, just Wenham, for example, we're paying 25K, total assessment 236, says 9 point.
Point of order, I talked to Bob about this earlier. This is not on our agenda tonight, and there's no new and old business on our agenda. So I think we have a bit of a issue here about.
Yeah, Mike.
This was sent out as part of the agenda, wasn't it? Or, I mean,
No,
okay.
it's not on.
It's not on the.
Unfortunately, Bill, it's not on the agenda. So what we have to do is we have to put something on the agenda from now on, like old business, new business, and just add that. This is my fault. Okay. So we should probably, do people have time for another Zoom meeting maybe next week and just approve the budget?
Yep.
I mean, anybody,
Yeah.
I think we're not going anywhere, so. All right, Karen,
Yep.
can you put I'll put a meeting together for next Wednesday night, 6:30, and we'll do for the budget.
I gotta just check. I got a bunch of meetings. Let me just check one thing real quick. Hold on.
Okay, go ahead, check. Doug, are you available?
Of course. I mean, the traffic between my living room and my office is getting heavy, but
How's that?
Next Wednesday at 6:30.
I'm good. I'm good.
Bill, you good?
Good.
Okay. Mike Flynn? Linda, I take it you're good?
I am, thank you.
All right, good. All right, so next Wednesday it is, we'll discuss the budget then. Sorry about that. You have to put up with me for another week, okay?
That's okay. I just didn't want to tread into open meeting law issues.
Yeah, that's, thank you, Linda. So with that, can I have a motion to adjourn with a roll call vote?
Motion made.
Mike Doyle has made the motion. Linda has
Second.
done the second, I take it? I,
I
Robert
have.
Snow. Mike,
I'm Mike Doyle. Yes.
Mike Flynn,
Adjourn.
Hi, Mike Flynn.
Linda,
Yes.
Bill Wilson,
Bill Wilson, yes.
Doug,
Charles, aye.
Doug? Okay,
Yours,
it's unanimous. We are adjourned. Thank you so much. We'll see you next week.
Thank you.
Thank you. Good night now.
Thank you, everybody. Good night.
Good night.
Nice.